Welcome back to AFTV, everyone. Welcome to Villa Park. This is the preview. It's me and Robbie. Welcome, Robbie. Have you managed to put the Man City game behind you yet?
No. Yeah, I have. I have a bit, you know what I mean? Especially now that I'm here in Villa Park, you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to the game at the weekend. This is a chance for us to get back on track, you know? Obviously, I felt terrible after the game. You know, the day after, you're down in the dumps still, you know, it's definitely advantage Man City. But if we just keep winning, you know, it's the actual mathematics was if we kept winning every single, which can't happen, you know, it won't happen even with City. But if we won every game till the end of the season and they won every game till the end of the season, we still win the league. So that means that we're still in a title race. And yeah, this is a huge, huge game this weekend. We stood here at the moment in the away end here at Villa Park. This place will be absolutely rocking, and rocking from both sides because there's always a great atmosphere here. You know, that end there where all the Villa, the whole end where all the Villa fans will be. But we came here last year and we got a win, and we got to get a win. We got to get back on track and come here and get a win this time. So I'm feeling good about it again now.
Yep. State of play going to the game. It is Villa Park, 42,000-seater ground. And look, I was here last year in the 1-0 win. It can be very loud. Arsenal fans made a lot of noise as well. Bukayo Saka got that winner. It's a 12:30 kickoff. Hopefully, I remember it was a really sunny game last year, actually.
Yeah,
about March time, so it's fairly similar time of the year that we're facing them here at Villa Park. The thing is, this is the one time doing these previews that we've done all season. I'm looking at the league table. We're second on 51 points. It's been a long time since I've not written first place in my notes. Villa sit 11th, so they've had an upturn of fortune since Unai Emery arrived. We know him very well. A little bit of a dip recently. We'll go through their results, but it is Unai Emery, and this is a manager Arteta has actually faced twice since taking the Arsenal job. Couldn't get a win in either game, the Europa League against Villarreal.
Yeah, but that's a different team. That was Villarreal, you know what I mean? Different competition. Listen, Unai Emery will want to get one over us. You know, obviously as being an ex-Arsenal manager. But still, you know, we watched the game last week when they played Man City. It wasn't great, but we know they're going to be different here at home. So this is a big chance for us to get back on track. You know, we come here Saturday morning, we get a win, we put pressure all of a sudden back on Manchester City, even though they've just beaten us. You know, you still got to win the games that are in front of you. So we put a bit of pressure on them. People will look on it and say, well, they got Nottingham Forest away, easy game. We see lots of slip-ups in the Premier League. So it's a chance for us to put pressure on them, and it's a chance for us to get back to winning ways. I just feel that we're looking at a team at the moment that needs a win.
Confidence.
Needs a win, needs that bit of confidence, back to winning ways. Right, we're back on track, game by game, you know. And all of a sudden, you know, if you look at the games ahead, we could go on a run, you know what I mean? Because if you look at the games ahead, Villa, like you said, we won there last year. Leicester away, we won there last year. Then we'll have Everton at home, you know what I mean? We normally do well against Everton at home, you know, and then I think it's, Fulham, Palace, you know what I mean? There's a lot of winnable games.
Bournemouth, I think, coming.
Sorry, Bournemouth at home. You could, you know, quite easily, if we hit the ground running this weekend, go on like a 4-game run and all of a sudden you're really back on track again. But I think it's very important that we get back on track because, you know, I think the word blip can't be used if we lose this game.
No, I know what you mean. It starts to become a concerning run of form rather than, okay, you've had a bad few weeks. And you know, with each individual game, you could, and I know I'm making excuses, but I'm trying to do the whole glass half full thing because Arsenal have been so good this season. I want to give them benefit of that. I want to say that there was a managerial bounce with Sean Dyche and we just couldn't quite respond to it. I want to say that the offside against Brentford cost us.
No, that's facts.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And I want to say that Man City on the day just punished our errors, but actually we could easily have been ahead in that game. So I want to look at the positives and say, get a win here, see what happens against Leicester and keep building on that. And there's an opportunity as Jesus returns, Smith Rowe returns, Partey returns, for Arsenal to build a bit of momentum. But it's got to start here because, as you said,
has to start here.
If it becomes 4 games and then actually it's 5 games if you include the cup match, that becomes form, not just a blip.
I look on it like we had get out of free jail cards. If you're using the Monopoly analogy, we had 8 of them, and we've used up 7. Right, we've got 1 more. Right, which is that game in hand, but we've used up 7 of them. That, you know, despite the horrible form that we've been on in the last, you know, 3-4 games, we're still, and I'm going to look at it positive again, we're joint top, right?
Yeah.
So this is a chance to get back on track, you know what I mean? Start to turn things around again, start to get back on that, get that winning momentum back, the feel-good factor, start doing those things that we were doing just, say, a month ago. So coming here and getting a win, and we've been, this season, we've been particularly good away from home, apart from that Everton game, I think. I mean, even the game we lost against United, we didn't play badly. So I think we just got to kind of look and say, it's almost like forget those games. We go again now, we start again, and we have to get a win here on Saturdays. It's huge, this game, absolutely huge.
You referenced that form from just a month ago. Our last 5 are, it does include the 2-0 win at Spurs. That doesn't feel like that long ago. The 3-2 in United, the elation at the Emirates when Eddie Nketiah put it in the back of the net in the 90th minute. The Everton 1-0 defeat, the 1-1 draw with Brentford, which we referenced, and the 3-1 defeat to City just the other day. Villa, on the other hand, again, slightly mixed form, but it has improved under Unai Emery. They did start with that 3-1 win here against Man United, but their last 5 includes a draw with Wolves here, a win against Leeds, a win at Southampton, but then a really strange 4-2 defeat against Leicester. Having been 1-0 and 2-1 up in that game, strange to see them, especially a Leicester form that weren't fully at their best.
I know they weren't 2-1 up. I think they were 3-1 down at half time. They were 1-0 up, and then I think they went 3-1 down by half time. Or was that Tottenham?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they scored 4. They
scored
scored 4 goals in their last 2 games, Leicester. You know what I mean?
So it was a strange one in that Villa game, but then they did lose 3-1 to Man City. We're no strangers to that. Head-to-head in the league, we beat them 2-1 at the Emirates earlier this season. We've actually beaten them 3 times in a row. The 1-0 win here thanks to Saka, a 3-1 win at the Emirates last season, but in the season before that, they beat us 1-0 and 3-0 at the Emirates. So yeah, kind of a strange one with Villa there. But what do you make of them? What are you worried about? They've gone 4-4-2 recently. They've been playing Buendia and Ramsey wide. They've got Bailey and Watkins, 2 very tricky players that can do things. But they're a physical presence as well up top. But they're, maybe questions at centre-back. They seem to change there quite a bit. I mean, what's your thinking?
Yeah, I think, listen, up front, I think they're very good. I worry a bit about what they're going to try and do up front. I think what you've seen over the last few games with Arsenal, every team's been hitting long balls.
Yeah.
Even Man City, we're hitting long balls. We had the majority of the possession in that game.
Tony, Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, Haaland, Tony, Calvert-Lewin, and Ollie Watkins will be another one, another big target man that you can hit. I think they're going to try and do exactly the same thing. We're going to have to cope with that better. We've not coped with that very well over the past few games. So that's what I worry about, them hitting those long balls, trying to get it up there to Ollie Watkins, little flick downs to, your Baileys and Buendias and people like that. And we're going to have to defend very, very well. But on the other side of that, their defence has been very porous as well. They can be got at, I think they've had a few defensive injuries as well. But definitely, I think you can definitely get at the Villa back 4. They concede a lot of goals, that's been their big problem. But they've got a lot of quality in the team, they've spent a lot of money here and they've got a lot of quality players. So again, if we make stupid mistakes, like what we did against Manchester City, we'll get punished. And also, again, we got to take our chances when they come. We didn't take our chances against Man City. It might have been a different game if Eddie had put us 1-0 up. So we've just got to get back to doing what we were doing, like when we went away to Tottenham. Great defensive display at the back against, top, attacking players. And going forward, we were really dynamic. And I want us to get back on those fast starts that we were doing, where we just blister in and take it to teams, We haven't really been doing that recently. So,
agreed.
And get the confidence back. Just get the confidence back in the team. It's the same team. It's the same team, you know what I mean? So let's get that confidence flowing.
Agreed.
And that comes with a couple of wins.
Who's your danger man for each team, or more so who you're worried about on the Villa front, and who's the Arsenal player you're looking to make a difference?
Danger man for me on the Villa team is definitely Ollie Watkins, because I just feel that, if I was a coach, I would have just seen what those 3 teams that I just named out done before, which is you hit the target man. Ollie Watkins is a very good target man, holds the ball up brilliantly. He scored last week. He's a very, very good player, and we're going to have to contain him. It's going to be, great atmosphere here, so he'll be looking to win little fouls and that, and then they've got a lot of quality up front. But Ollie Watkins, we have to contain if to have any chance of winning this game.
And for Arsenal, I'm going to throw a weird one out there, and there's going to be predicted 11 shows and stuff. If they're not out already, go check them out. But I think Trossard gets a start in this game.
I was actually going to say my danger man's Trossard as well, because to me, he has to start now.
Yeah.
Trossard has to start. He's looked lively every time he's come on. He's scored. He scored in the previous game to City. I think it's time for him to get a start, and I think he's got goals in him. He's really looked at it. So, yeah, Trossard for me is going to be my danger man in that game as well.
Okay, fair enough. Should we get a score prediction?
We've got to win this game. Have to win this game. Can't see us keeping a clean sheet because we haven't been recently. But I'm going to go for 2-1 to the Arsenal. This is a cup final. Every one of these games now are a cup final. This is the business end of the season. The business end of the season. Every game's big. Every game's a cup final. We can't afford no more slip-ups. As I said, we've used up the get-out-of-jail-free cards. Now we've got to start moving back up that table. So 2-1 to Arsenal.
2-1 to Arsenal. I'm nervously leaning towards a 1-1, I'll be honest. But only because Arsenal have looked like they're lacking confidence. So that's kind of where it's coming from. But if Arsenal go out there and that first 15 minutes play, we played away to Palace on the opening day of the season, or Bournemouth earlier in the season, some of our wins at Wolves and at Chelsea, things like that, then I've got no doubt we can come and score a few goals and get the win.
Mikel Arteta's got to say to the players, listen, when you're in a title race, it's not all rosy. It's not, you're not going to go through a whole season, 8 points ahead with the games in hand and stuff like that. You are going to have these moments where, it's a test of your character, it's a test of your mettle. This is a test of your mettle. Come here, get over the line, get the thing back on track. And we're still, listen, the message to everybody really is we are still in a title race.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the way some people have been talking is almost like City have won it.
Yeah.
Nah, there's still a long way to go. We're still in a title race. Let's win this game and put a bit of pressure on City. It's just what we've got to do every week from now on.
Yeah, completely agree. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. By the way, just quickly on team news, we know Jesus and Smith Rowe are still out. Partey, we know it was a tight hamstring. Will he be back in time? Probably not. They said it was probably going to be a couple games, maybe back in time for Leicester. Though Jorginho did well against City, so he's expected to start as well. No other team news. I think that Ben White was a tactical thing, so he should be available. Let us know your thoughts, your predicted 11s in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts around the game, your score predictions, all that. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you like Villa Park, because it is a great ground and we want to come here and claim the 3 points. Big thanks to everyone. Catch you on the next one.
They absolutely battered Tottenham.
But it's away at Aston Villa and it's the early kick-off.
I think that they are in a title race.
Slam it in the top corner like Gallagher did. That's what City are on at the minute.
And the ball, they've hardly touched the ball. Take the shite on a Monday night, they hardly touched the ball.
Make sure you guys check out the Game Day preview show with myself, AGT, and Abby on DR Sports.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.